February 15th, 6:46 p.m. Well, tonight's the big dance. I came home and got my best khakis and sports coat on, and because I can't tie a tie, my dad stood behind me and tied it for me. My mom kept saying, "You look so handsome. Doesn't he look handsome, Sophie?" And Sophie said, No, he looks like Tad." I'm heading out now. Wish me luck. 9:15 p.m. Oh, I got to the dance tonight, and at first, everything was okay. I mean, it wasn't great because I'd kind of forgotten a dance involves actually dancing, which is something I can't really do. So I was just hanging out near the snack table with Chuck when Varya Kumar, who's the vice president of the student council, but actually kind of cool and smart and nice, came over and said, "Why aren't you dancing?" And I said, "I'm not really good at it." And she said, "Come on, I helped organize this dance. It'll look really bad if no one's dancing. Tell you what, I'll teach you how." So we went out into the middle of the dance floor and she started to teach me. "Just move your feet to the beat," she said. And so I started, and she said, "No, you're moving your feet to every word of the song. Just listen for the beat." And I said, "Which part's the beat?" And she sighed and said, "Just watch me and do what I do." And so I started to do that. And she sort of laughed, and then she apologized and said, "No, it's just, you're doing really well. But maybe you'd do better with a slow song. Tell you what, I'll find you when a slow song comes on, and we can practice dancing some more then." And that's when I realized Varya wasn't just teaching me to dance, she'd been flirting with me the whole time. I went back and told Chuck, and he said, "That's awesome! You should really fix your tie real quick. It's a little crooked." So I left the gym and went to the bathroom to fix my tie. But before I did that, I realized my hair was sticking up and back, so I turned on the faucet to put a little water on it, and the faucet wound up spraying my pants so it looked like I wet myself. I tried to dry my pants off with the hand dryer, but I couldn't bring it down to pants level. So then I tried using toilet paper, which didn't really dry my pants much at all, but did leave tiny bits of paper all over my pants. So I untucked my shirt to hide the wet spot, but then I realized that one of my shirt tails had an ink spot on it from when I left a pen uncapped in my pocket the last time I wore it. So I hid that by rebuttoning my shirt, but off by one button to make that shirt tail shorter so it'd fit under my sports coat. And then I remembered I still hadn't fixed my crooked tie. So I started to try to adjust it, and the more I messed with it, the worse it looked, until that little end of the tie was completely in front of the big part, and I started sliding the knot down the tie and back up again, and wound up accidentally untying it. And because I couldn't get back into the dance without a tie on, I had to retie it with the only knot I know, which is the one you use to tie your shoes. But it didn't really look right at all. I walked back into the gym and found Chuck, and I started to say, "Hey, is it noticeable that," when Chuck said, "Whoa, what happened to your tie and your shirt? And did you wet your pants?" But before I could tell him anything, a slow song came on, and I saw Varya looking around the dance floor for me, and I realized I had two choices. Let her see me looking like a mess, or run. And so I ran, and I kept going until I could call my parents and have them pick me up, and now I'm home. February 16th, 9:15 a.m. Awesome! I just woke up and found that Varya had sent me an instant message. "Hi, Tad. Chuck explained where you went, and I totally understand. Sorry you had to leave, and I hope you're doing okay." I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I'm glad that Chuck was smart enough to cover for me. Hang on, I'm gonna write back and ask what exactly Chuck told her. 9:17 a.m. Ugh, here's Vario's response. He said you got diarrhea. I'm really going to have to talk to Chuck about what constitutes a good alibi.